Hey Bruce, Jared Jones. I wanted to give you a quick update on your property. Uh, Good looking property there on Woodbreeze. I think, believe this gentleman's name was Salvador, said that you should be ready in about a week, approximately something like that. He's going to be ready for photos here pretty soon, but he's working on it. He's got another gentleman coming in to help get everything wrapped up. But really great property. I actually sold a property on Pine Terrace in that same community is identical floor plan to the one you have. So familiar with it. And I'm excited. It looks like you got a lot of really good things done there. Obviously there's more that could be done, but it's not a big deal because you've done a lot of core investments that would relieve a potential buyer of doing same. So particularly kitchens and baths in the backyards in really good condition. The level of upgrade, that even though that area was developed, back in the 80s, a lot of the pool area and stuff like that, you could tell it's been either redesigned or reinvestments are made surfacing the pool and all the different things like that. So those are very big ideals, scenarios that are valuable. So I would rate, the downsides, obviously your property got some interesting paint and stuff in there. If they do some of the, like mainly the secondary bedrooms, if they paint and change out some of those like switch plates and stuff like that, like light switch plates, outlet covers, things of that nature that don't look new anymore, it's bringing those up. I mean, those you're going to be ready to go. So here's the thing. I would say, and by the way, what we have in front of us is your subdivision, all the current actives, all the current pending, okay, so properties under contract in there, and then everything that has actually sold in the past year in the same subdivision. We've got a square foot range from 1,600 feet on one side to 2,400 feet on the other. So basically I went 20% above and below the square footage of your property. And so, we're looking at, should be, yep, all the same subdivision here. So that's plenty of data for the same subdivision to give yourself a good idea. And what I typically will do is I'll kind of look at this data in a couple different ways. And let me show you exactly what I'm looking at so that you can kind of, excuse me, dial in and get on the same page. This first column is your status. Okay, status is your solds, pending, actives, and then more solds, and then you're gonna have an active down here. Okay, so obviously we want to focus heavily on pendings and solds. Actives might be people that have been at this a while, maybe a little high on price. You never know, but you just want to. Obviously, we weight a lot more on what's actually sold, demonstrated. That a price has actually brought a buyer and so forth. Then you've got the bedroom count. So, and by the way, I move all this around in an order that I can digest it easily. But right here you have the bedroom count. Then you have in-ground pool. That's one of your next bigger indicators of value. And then we have heated square footage. Okay. I like to descend it, or kind of create it from the smaller qualities to the larger homes at the bottom. And then this is the asking price. If it's sold, this is the sale price in this column, okay? So, but if it's still active or if it's pending, that's the asking price that they are currently at, okay? Then you have your sold price per square foot in this column, the asking price per square foot, close date if it closed, okay? Now, I typically like to key in, down towards the middle where the price range is. You're right in here as far as, you're kind of in this general area square footage wise, okay? You've got a 2034 right here with a pool, a 2050 with a pool, a 2050 with a pool, 2073 with a pool, 2,000 feet, 2016 feet. So you've got all these, kind of right down here through the middle. I try not to stare too hard at smaller properties for a lot of reasons, just because they tend to skew the results. And if you got enough in here, look at all these are 4 bedrooms with swimming pools. So really the next thing I really want to gravitate to is kind of the top of the market on these sales, okay? So you've got a 4-bedroom here with an in-ground pool, And in fact, we can kind of key in on it. You can see you got 132 a foot, 151 a foot, 154 a foot, okay, 177 a foot, and then you go down to 1,800 square feet, which is less impacting because, but I still want to see it. Let's just go ahead and start marking these so we can find them whenever we click through. But I want to see this 173 a foot. I want to see the 177 for sure. 161, 154, and let's stop there. These are the highest reach per foot, right? So these went from around 320 to as high as 353. So we want to get an idea of, you know, kind of where these are, you know, per se. I'm going to see this one real fast from an aerial view. So this one got the highest. This was the highest resale in the neighborhood. Obviously, looks like they have obviously got a big lot. Let's see one of the other ones. 177. Let's go see this for 173. Okay, so this is an interior lot. Doesn't look like anything special on the front. Yeah, so nothing special there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at these in detail. We've got an 1819 square foot, 2-car, 3-bedroom, so it's got less bedrooms. This one's a little inferior to yours bedroom count, you know, so got a PVC fence in the back. I actually like your pool area better than that one, right? Just the modern touches. I mean, nothing special. I think I like your kitchen better than this one. So obviously, you know, you can see that this one has been remodeled recently. They just obviously, you know, this, when you see this kind of neutral paint and they scrape the ceilings down, that means they probably flipped this. So a property like this where they're, you know, kind of remodeling everything is going to fetch towards the higher end of the marketplace. So so that's that. 325 for an 1,800 square foot home. If we would consider yours to be identical to this one or comparable in terms of the high end of the value, you got a couple hundred feet on this one, so you're more like 345 by comparison. So we're going to skip that one because we didn't mark it. Here's the next one. This one is 358 asking price, 4 bedrooms, and this one is the one I believe that has the massive lot. So this one, let's just double check. Yes, this is almost a half acre. This is 4/10 of an acre. Okay, so we've got this view from overhead. So it's just a, you know, big lot, curb appeal, tile floors, neutral. You know, they've done some mods. Don't like all this carpet. I think you got a leg up on that. Most people don't want this much carpet throughout their house. Look at old white cabinets again. Yeah, nice range. This is nice. This is a better quality than the last one, for sure. Right? They put doors back here instead of the sliders. So this one you'd say, you know, you got some high-end stuff here. You know, the barn door slider, you know, into the bathroom area. And then obviously they got a really teed up bathroom. So high-end fixtures here. Right? Yeah, so this is the other end of the market at the time. So very high pride of ownership, a lot of investment, and a big yard, right? So this one, 19, so this is just, I mean, literally 40 feet difference. This got 358 and this sold 4 or 5 days ago, okay? Now here's the thing. If this sold for 358 4 days ago, you think they could have gotten more if they were on the market for longer than a day? I think so. I think they probably could have started this at 365, 370, maybe even 375. And I think they probably got a little bit lower. But this is perfect sought after location, 4-bedroom. Let's see what else they say here. Screened lanai, saltwater pool, renovated master. So, I mean, they got this one absolutely teed up. It's a shame they sold for 358. No, 353 rather. 353.5 was their sold price. Their asking was 358. So in my opinion, if they had waited longer, they probably could have gotten 365 and probably could have positioned this at 370. So In my mind, Bruce, I think your property is probably going to sell for pretty close to this in a hot market. 60-day, I think on a 60-day marketing plan, you're going to sell current value 345 to 355. Moderate, okay. I could be a little high. I think that's a reasonable ask. But if I were you, I would not go higher than 360. I'd be at, if I were you, I think your asking price is 359.9. Let's keep looking. We got one or two more, and then I'll wrap this up and send it over to you. So this one has bright open floor plan, right? Similar. Solid floors, some recent modifications. Let's check out the kitchen. Not really a nice kitchen. It's not, nothing's been done to that. So there's no investment there. Flooring doesn't look good. Carpet's not appealing. So you got this one beat. What did they do on this one? This one's comparable to your square footage. Let me see the backyard real quick. Yeah, so I like your pool way better. Good size yard, no question. Third of an acre. But they asked 325 and they got 325. And they just sold 2 weeks ago. So that was 18 days. So better than this one that sold for 325. I would say inferior to the one that sold for 353. No offense. That lot's a lot bigger. It's into the street. Tons of improvement, tons of interior cash. And you've spent a lot in yours too. And we'll be able to bring that out through photography and writing it up. But you're in between, okay? And if I were you, I think the ask is probably 359.9. And I think that's you're not giving anything away starting at that price. So let me know if you agree and your thoughts, and we will once you let me know what you want to do, I'll go ahead and get the 1% marketing authorization over to you to sign electronically, and I'll wait for Salvador, and we'll get right behind him, get a key from him, and then coordinate all the details with the showings and stuff like that. We're gonna do some elevated photography in the front. Do a really nice photography package for the house, and I'll be writing it up for you to make sure we leverage top dollar on this. So, but I appreciate the opportunity again. Let me know what questions you have and your opinion on the consideration here, and we'll go from there. Talk to you soon, Bruce.